Hello everybody, and welcome back to Omnifactory. This is episode 4. My name is ZD Sauce, and we already kind of worked our way through this vein. There might be a little bit more. Actually, if I use the scanner, there might be a little bit more to our right. Yeah, it looks like there is. So we're not completely done, but I just want to show you guys how quickly we do get through ore. So this whole entire thing was pretty much filled with iron and gold, and with turning iron to wrought iron and just smelting all of it up and using it, we're definitely making our way through a lot of it. But I have found a bunch more veins. I've been putting so many entries into my journey map. But yeah, we got gold and iron in a few different other places that we can use. The veins are pretty easy to find, so it's really not too big of a deal. But yeah, so let's head up. I made some changes. You can see to our base. I basically cleared out a good amount of stuff. I only kept this one pillar here for the ladder, and then this will go up because I'm assuming that eventually we're going to be using the other floors, and this leads to a cool roof area. It's nice how they give you these buildings to kind of work with, and then kind of let you have your way with them. It's nice. Haven't changed anything outside, but yeah, so inside I made another storage crate so we have more space to fit our useful items, and a storage crate for our ores, because this is definitely filling up quickly. I did a good deal more mining, and I smelted some more stuff up. I'm getting used to the different drawers, but yeah, so we got a bunch more charcoal and coal. Anything I had a lot of, I put into a crate. I threw an upgrade into here as well because we got over 2048, which is the maximum number of an item that a normal drawer can hold. So this will let it hold tons. I'm not really sure the exact number, but a whole lot more. Still got a good amount of like iron, wrought iron, tin, copper, gold. Actually, I'm going to smelt up a bit more wrought iron. So yeah, we can kind of use this to store our different ingots. I don't have all my ingots in there. I still have lead and nickel and zinc, but eventually I might make this like a huge wall of drawers. Who knows? But yeah, I also moved my work tables over here. The only thing that kind of stinks is that the recipes. I wasn't sure if this was going to happen, but the recipes don't stick around if you break and replace these work tables. So yeah, that's too bad. And then yeah, we got the things that we made yesterday over here. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything I did in between the two episodes. But yeah, I'm liking this place a lot more. It feels a lot more open. It's not as cramped, but I'm sure we're gonna fill it with machines very quickly. Yeah, so with that, we can get into it. So I've actually bookmarked. There's a few little quests I want to make progress on. Yeah, kind of all these ends. I want to clean things up a little bit, and a lot of this is needed. Like we want some fuel catalyzers for our steam dynamo to basically, it just makes fuel more efficient. So that's nice to have. We need some wrenches to be able to move around our different machinery. Infinite water. This will be good to actually feed water to our steam dynamo. Yeah, so I basically just want to work through my bookmarked items that I have in JEI here. So to start off, our small sodium batteries, we're going to want 4 of these. And this is, like I was saying last episode, so that we can put them inside the CEF and be able to store a decent amount of power. I also do know you can use, flux capacitors? Flux capacitor, not tater tots. And these will basically let you store a lot more. Wow, it says 10 million RF. That's crazy. Whereas those batteries only store about 100,000. I don't have sulfur though, so I'm not going to bother with this quite yet. We don't need that amount of power storage anyway quite yet. So yeah, we'll definitely probably be using that in the future though when the batteries get harder to make. But for now, yeah, we're just going to use these GregTech batteries. So to do that, we need to make these small battery holes, which are two tin plates and 1 red alloy cable each. So we can start getting that stuff around. So we don't have any tin plates in here, do we? I think we're going to have to make some. ourselves. And we are going to need to make a few more red alloys as well. And were those the covered red alloys? They were. Okay, so I'll get some rubber sheets as well. I think I have some sticking around. Nope, guess I don't. Okay, so kind of stinks. I'm going to have to remake some of these things, but here is where I had a lot of my plates. So I'll do this, and I'm going to make half a stack of that, and half a stack of rubber as well. And I'm going to need to make some red alloy wire, which I believe is just this and this. Hey, I did it the right order. And I'm gonna save my plates. I might need plates next instead of wires. I'm not gonna make all of them. And I did restart my Minecraft in the last episode, so I don't know why my 2x2 crafting wasn't working last episode. Must have been some weird glitch that happened. Cool. And then we should be able to just make these easy enough. Cool. So now we got 4 small battery holes, and that should, yeah, complete the quest over here. And the quest book talks about, so these are just the holes of the battery. We need to fill them with some kind of material so that it can actually hold power. There's lithium, cadmium, and wasn't there one other? Sodium. Sodium's the other one. And sodium's what we're going to be using as well. If I just put a U here. So yeah, cadmium and lithium are a bit hard to get at this stage of the game. So lithium holds 100,000, cadmium holds 120. Sodium is the worst of the three, but I mean 80,000 is still plenty for what we have. And we're gonna have 4 of these, so that will be 320,000 EU, which is totally plenty for where we are right now. So I just need 8 things of sodium, and I prepped for this a little bit because I didn't have any sodium on me. But I mined some sand, salt, ore. Got some wrought iron too, that's good. So this will process into salt, and then we can turn the salt into sodium. I think it's just by resmelting it. Yep, it's just resmelting it. So that's easy enough. And I'm gonna need 8 in total. So I'll throw that in there. Cool, and then we have some salt as well that we'll definitely need to use in the future, but for now I'm just gonna store it. And we should get our 8 sodium dust. And then we're good to basically make our 4 batteries. Nice. So this will, yeah, like I said, store 80,000 each. Doesn't really say what the max capacity is, but yeah, it should be around 320,000 EU that this should be able to hold. Cool. So now we should be safe to actually supply this with coal and water and get some power pumping, and it will actually go somewhere, which is nice. But to do that, I want to do a few things first. So infinite water source is probably something we should do. So we need some more wrought iron plates, and then a couple buckets of water. So I think buckets are actually, the recipe is slightly changed. Yeah, it's 3 iron plates and a hammer. So, gonna make, what do we need? 6 iron plates. And then we need some wrought iron plates as well. We do have 1 of them. Gonna need a bit more though. I am just gonna throw in a half stack. Then we got this. Take my hammer, which is about to die actually. I hope it can do these 2. Nice, it can. And we got our 2 buckets, and I'm gonna fill these with water. Actually, I'm gonna make an infinite water source a little bit closer to my base as well. My sugarcane madness. Cool. And yeah, we should be able to just use these to make that infinite water source. So that's from Nuclear Craft, I believe. Yeah, it is. And it produces 1 millibucket a tick. What is it? 20 ticks in a second? That sounds right. Yeah, so it's not much water, but it should be enough to, I think, keep that steam dynamo going. Cool. So we got our water rocking, and then I need my plates. That should be enough. Cool. We got our infinite water source. So, trying to think of where I should put this. I think I'm going to move this stuff I don't think I should be breaking... Actually, I think there's something weird with breaking GregTech machines with a diamond mining hammer. So I think I'm actually just going to make a normal pickaxe. Yeah, I'll just do that. Need 3 of those. Some sticks. Just to be safe. The good old isn't it iron pick. So funny. So funny. Okay. So what I'm going to do is basically just throw my infinite water source there. And then if I do that, yeah, it's getting water. Not a lot, but if it doesn't keep up, we will see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, if we get to it. And now we just need coal. And I'm going to do this. So if I have my CEF here... Actually, okay, before I do this, I'm going to... I think this can pump straight into the CEF. I don't know if I need cables, but let's make our crescent hammer. Oh, that's really easy to make. Just like this. And that should be able to rotate our thing around. Cool, and then just to test it out, it's going to be our first power. Let's throw in a piece of charcoal. Cool, I consumed it. And this will also basically show us if the water is going to be able to keep up. So far it looks like it can, which is nice. And, oh, we didn't put in our batteries. Okay, it is able to pump straight into the batteries. So I actually don't need this wiring for now. And then we're going to want the output. So this little thing is the output of the CEF. We're going to want that to basically feed out some conductive iron cabling. And then we can have our first line of machines kind of along this wall. And it's nice. We'll be able to have 2. We can do one out here and then one above the machine as well. And I'm still feeling a little bit ill. So again, my apologies if it doesn't sound great. So let's just throw in half a stack of charcoal, I guess, for now. And that should get a bit of an energy buffer in this CEF. Cool. So we made this. Oh, and while I'm making wrenches, I think I'm also going to make this Yeta wrench. This is good for the conduits. The energy conduits are pretty straightforward, but from Ender.io, the item conduits and fluid conduits are very, very useful. So I'll be using them a lot. Just need to make an iron gear, so we need some plates and rods. Should be easy enough. Is it 4 plates? Oh, I moved my hammer. Yay, my hammer's still alive. Woo! And then for the rod, what tool does that use? A file? I think it's a file. Yep. Cool. And then we are going to want to make, just with a screwdriver, I think it's just this. And where'd my rods go? Hopefully this is right. Cool. Made an iron gear. And then, what was it? Just 3 iron around it. And we have our other wrench. And that should be enough to complete that quest, I believe. Yep. Nice. Let's collect our pennies from the batteries and the infinite water. You can see how fast these pennies stack up. Cool, so now we got our 2 wrenches. I'm just pretty much always going to keep them in my inventory since they're used a decent amount. Can throw away some of this stuff. Oh, nope. I use drawers for that now. I'm going to have to get used to that. Cool. We got the wrench. Something else I wanted to do was make a scanner module. So this is nice. Basically, this will let us search for specific blocks. And they talk a bit about it. I can actually show you in the quest guide. Where's the quest? Here it is. They say something you should do is basically just, actually it's not in this this description, I guess, but if you just want to buy, if you can't find a specific ore, a good thing to do is just buy one set of that ore with Omnipennies, and then you can use the scanner module to configure it for that certain ore, and then you should be able to find a vein in the worlds a lot easier than if you were just looking for any ore. So yeah, this is really useful. I want to make one of them, and it seems pretty easy. Just need some gold wire. That's easy enough. Oop. So we just need the wire cutters. Or is it plate? Gold wire. We do need a plate. Need 3 of these. And then with the wire cutters, of course, I get the order wrong, like I always do. And then we just needed some of the circuit boards. 6 to be exact. Okay, and that's a blank scanner module. And then I think we just have to combine it with a stone. And we get the scanner module. So, basically, I should be able to... Well, I can store it in here, which is really nice. But I can replace one of these. Like, I don't want to look for common ores or rare ores, and I just want to look for a specific block. That's good to do. So my first thought of what to do with this is, I still haven't found diamond. I've gone searching a good amount, but I've yet to find diamond. So I'm going to use, for the first time, I'm going to use some of these Omni quarters I need. So I think you just make these like that. Yep. And then... That's just like that. We get 32 diamond ore. Sweet. And I want to basically store this somewhere. I'll put it here. Very fancy. It's a little bit of a flex. And then if I just right click it, yeah, you can see it says configured block, diamond ore. Nice. So now if, next time I go mining, I can basically throw this scanner module in and then look for diamond ore specifically instead of just all different ores. So I also like doing this because now I have this diamond ore to smelt up, so I'm gonna do that. I think this just gives 1 per, yeah. But with the diamonds that we're gonna get from this, I can make the next type of furnace. We are rocking through the things I had bookmarked. I also want to see how our power is doing. Burning through the charcoal. And yeah, we're getting a decent amount of power buffer, which is nice. I also want to make these fuel catalyzers because it will make our coal burn a little bit more efficiently. And it's in the quest book, so it'll be nice to get that out of the way. And I don't know like what percentage efficiency it helps, but it's, oh, there we go, we got it right there, 15% more efficient. So I'll make 2 of them and put them in as augments. Can just throw them in right here. And yeah, that'll basically make our coal last a little bit longer. Although we do have a good amount of it because I've been farming a lot of these trees. And I can use both rubber wood and normal wood for them. So that's pretty nice. Cool, so we got some diamonds. And basically I am going to get to the next level. I just have to surround this with diamonds. And I get a diamond furnace. But I'm not going to stop there. Where's the obsidian furnace? I thought there was one for obsidian furnaces as well. Interesting. Well, I am going to make an obsidian furnace because I like being able to do the 2 crafts at once. But if you want to see how the diamond furnace works, it has a ton of slots and it's extremely fast, so it's very good. But I do like the obsidian furnace because it does 2 at once. But I am going to need... Actually, I don't need... Where's my gold? I need some gold, iron, copper, and I got some silver. And I'm going to make a second one, because you need 2 diamond furnaces to make the obsidian furnace. Man, I got to get used to this new storage setup I did. So we'll make an iron furnace, upgrade that to copper, and that goes to silver. Gold, Glad I didn't mess any of this up. And then another diamond one. And I did grab some obsidian last time I went mining. Or not last time, but previously I have. Got some obsidian. And I think it's just like this. Nice. We got an obsidian furnace. Yeah, I don't really know why there's not a quest reward for this. I swear there was last time I played, but maybe I need maybe I need something else. Maybe ore doubling. Oh, this is just a checkbox task. Well, I think I've already covered all this. We got the steam dynamo for power, conduits for transferring it, CEF to transform it into EU, and then we got the wires to hook up our machines. Yeah, I'm not sure why the obsidian. I'm pretty sure right here the obsidian furnace quest is supposed to show up, but for whatever reason it's not. This talks a bit about ore doubling here, which I have touched on in the past, but basically, as of right now, it's not really worth it. We could set up some kind of automation in the future, which I might. But yeah, like gold would be good, because gold is really expensive in the coin shop, and it's hard to get a massive amount of gold. Yeah, get some coins, spend your coins. Also already talked about that. Cool. That's really weird. I'm not really sure why it's not showing up. But anyway, put my silver back in here. I need to get a drawer key as well. Actually, that's easy enough to make, right? Because I want to lock these, so even if I take everything out, I want to keep the placement of everything. Already got one of these. Cool. And this will just lock the types of things that we're going to be storing. And I can throw this in here and put all my things back in their respective drawers. Cool. So yeah, now we have our obsidian furnace. So basically, as you can see, it has 2 different input slots, and we can, I'll just demonstrate it because smooth stone's always nice to have. So using the same amount of coal, it's just using 1 coal per, it smelts 2 items. So it's basically twice as efficient as other furnaces. The one downside is that, yeah, it doesn't have as many slots to hold fuel, but I can deal with that. But yeah, and it's still obviously very fast. Cool. Ooh, we also seem to have unlocked the early game tab. Ah, and this is where we're going to get into the actual machines. That's very exciting. Nice. All right, before we do that, I do want to make these fuel catalyzers. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. I don't think those are too crazy to make. Just need some plates, some conductance coils, just a bunch of wrought iron stuff. So, need to make some rods. Need 6 of these. And then we have enough plates, and then we just need some normal wrought iron. Let's get some redstone. Get 2 of these, and 2 of these. That was easy enough. Then we slap them in here. And yeah, so that should be, just make it slightly more efficient. And yeah, like I said earlier, it only does 40 RF a tick, but that's still pretty good. I'm going to throw a bit more coal in here. What am I doing? Nice. Okay, now I can throw all this stuff back. Okay, and now I want to try and push towards making our first machines, which is going to be very nice, and it's going to be a lot more efficient of our resources and get us a little bit away from these work tables. These are handy, but they're pretty annoying to work with. So yeah, let's get into it. So these motors and pumps and pistons are used for a lot of stuff. The conveyors not so much, but the motors especially are kind of the the beginning of everything. We're going to have to make so many of these. And there are different types of motors as well. Electric motor. So for each stage of electricity, there's a different type of motor. And they get pretty crazy to make. Oh, yeah. Some of the recipes in this pack are pretty ridiculous. So, yeah, let's go ahead and make our first electric motor. We're going to need some iron rods and a magnetic iron rod. And that's made with just redstone, yeah. Some tin. We already have a bunch of tin cables, I believe. Yep, we got some tin cables. And I'm going to make some iron rods. I'm actually just going to make a half stack of these. And I'm going to transform, let's say 8 of them into magnetic rods over here. There we go. So we got some normal iron rods and some magnetic iron rods. We also needed some copper wires, and that's the last thing. Ooh, we were a little bit low on copper actually. Since we're close to the wire mill, I'm gonna try to be a little bit stingy on making plates for. Why did I only make one? Give me more. Oh, I must have. Oh, I finished up my hammer. Get this and get this. Is that not how you make a GregTech hammer? Where is... Here we go. Stick. Oh, I didn't put my stick in there. Whoops. Seriously? Ah, these work tables are being a bit annoying. Cool. We got our copper plates. And now we'll turn those into wires. Nice. My inventory is getting a little bit loaded up with stuff. Make a drawer controller as well to kind of be able to deposit everything at once. That'll be a very nice thing to do. Alright, so we got everything we need, I'm pretty sure, to make some motors. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can make 4 of them right now. That's pretty good. Quest complete, LV motors. And that is going to unlock a good amount of stuff. So compressor's really nice to have for plates. The wire mill is something we're going to have to make first, though. Cool, I'm glad I made 4. We need exactly 4. And then some tin cables, which we already have. And then we just have to make a few more circuits and another LV machine hull, which I believe we should have everything for. Yep, we got some wrought iron plates as already. Just need to throw a wrench in there. I'm gonna lock all these over again. And then we need to make our machine hull with that. And this uses tin cables again. That should be everything, yep. And then we need to make circuits again, which I think I still have all the materials I need from that. Vacuum tubes, coated circuit boards. We need more red ally cables. That's what we're a little bit short on. But grab everything I need for that. Do we have enough vacuum tubes? Or did we run out of that as well? We might have. I'm going to gather up the things I need. Actually, wait, no, I do. I have circuits already. I don't need to make more. Phew. Saved myself some time. Cool. Okay, so we got everything we need, I'm pretty sure. Basic wire mill. The tin cables I threw in here. This is our first machine. It's a pretty big deal. It's so exciting. Oh, that's amazing. Cool. And we can throw that on there. It's getting powered from this. It didn't explode, which is good. And that's because we're using the right kinds of wires, and we need to have an LV machine hooked up to an LV CEF. Yeah, so like I was saying, so before we basically had to, I'm not going to use all of these yet. Whoops. Okay, anyway, before we had to turn these copper ingots into plates, which took 2 copper ingots per plate. And then we had to just snip that with a wire cutter. And now this wire cutter will basically turn 1 ingot into 2 copper wire each, which is fantastic. Basically, we're going from 2 copper for 1 wire into 1 copper for 2 wires, which I think means we're basically spending a lot less copper. I'm not going to try to do that math. But yeah, look at the machine's running. It's beautiful. And we are wasting a little bit of power, but that's why we made all this. My water's also keeping up, which is good to see. Everything is coming together. So now we have a ton of copper cables to use, and we'll be able to use a lot more. Yeah, that's really exciting. Cool. We got our first machine. And there's a whole lot more. You can start to see all the machine quests pop up. Fluid solidifier, alloy smelter, a mixer, LV pistons. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of machines. What should we jump into next? I think I want to work towards the compressor, because the compressor is very, very nice to have. It can basically turn 1 ingot into 1 plate instead of using 2, and a lot of plates are used for pretty much everything going forward. So yeah, before we get into the compressor, we need an electric piston, which is a bit of a complex recipe. But we should be able to handle this. Yeah, we got some wrought iron plates, rods, and a gear. I want to check how many pistons we need, though, for the compressor, because I want to be stingy with my plates since we're about to be a little bit more efficient with my plates. So we need 2 of the pistons, and that's it. Cool. So for the pistons, we're going to need 2 motors. Like I said, a lot of microcrafting, and some gears. So let me see if I can do some mental math here. So we need 2 of these gears. So we need 8 and 8 of plates and rods. And then, so we need 12 rods and 14 plates. I think that's right. 12 rods and 14 plates. Gonna need some more plates, but also already out of more wrought iron. Yeah, see how nice that is? Okay, 12 rods, 14 plates. Let's do that. Do we have any? We do have some. So let's make some of these. And we're gonna need a bit more than 14 because we have to make the machine hole and everything. That's gonna be another, so it's gonna need 25 in total, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's okay. And then we're gonna need some rods. 12 of them. And let's make that gear, which is just like this, right? We're gonna need 2 of these gears. What is it, a screwdriver in the middle? It is. Cool. And then we have to make our pistons, which let's do that over here because that's a nice thing to have saved. To make the motors, we're going to need the magnetic rods. We got the iron rods. And actually, can we use the fine copper? We can. So that's another really nice thing about having this wire mill. Where did my copper go? Yeah, it's right here. So we can actually, let me just do a few for now. We can turn the copper wire into fine copper wire, and then that multiplies it by 4, and then we can use the fine copper wire for things like this electric motor. So instead of, so this used to be 8 ingots, now it's a half of an ingot because 1 ingot makes 2 of these wires, and then 1 of these wires make a fine copper wire. So yeah, that wire mill is very, very nice to have. Looks like there was a quest for fine copper wire as well. Nice. Cool. So instead of using that, I will use this. And then we also need some more tin cables. So nice. Able to get a few of these. And I'm going to immediately turn around and make these into the pistons. So for that, we need these, and that should be it, right? We just needed 2 of those. Lock that as well. LV pistons, quest complete. That's good to have. And then, with all of those things in place, we should be able to make this. We just need 4 iron plates. Do I have iron on me? I don't think so. Remember at the beginning of the episode I had 300 something iron? Look at how quickly that went. That's insane. There's not even any hiding anywhere. It's just all gone. Just like that, I've burned through 200 iron. Okay, we need plates. What was it, 4 of them? Cool. And I think that should be it. Oh, our machine hole is hiding out somewhere. Oh, we still haven't made our machine hole, actually. Hey, I had the right amount of wrought iron. Nice. Cool. Machine hole. And now we need our tin cable, which we're pretty much done with now. And we got our basic compressor. That is awesome. So that should be getting power as well, because this wire is connecting up to both of them. And yeah, these are definitely 2 of the machines we're going to be using the most in the beginning. Yeah, so the basic compressor can basically take some... We're going to need a lot of wrought iron plates, so I might as well just get some cooking right now. So yeah, instead of using 2 ingots for a plate, it uses 1. It's nice. Cool, and we're doing fine on power. Can actually probably even throw a bit more coal. I don't think we need it yet. All right, I'll throw some of the stuff I don't quite need in here. Nice. We are doing well. We're getting some machines rolling. Very exciting. What should we be striving for? I'm trying to think of trying to remember like where all this stuff goes. I think a lot of it is just getting a lot of the basic machines down. So I think we should just continue working towards these. Yeah, I think we're doing a pretty decent job here. Macerator is good to have. The fluid solidifier is good to have. I think alloy smelter is what we should really be going for, because this will unlock things like Invar and Electrum and let us kind of progress that way. So what do we need for that? A couple more circuits, which I'm going to remember this time I do have. Then we need some copper wire and tin cables. Should be easy enough. I think we already have a bunch of copper wire that we made. So we're going to need to turn this. We need 4 of the 4 times. And then we're going to need... Whoops, I got rid of the alloy smelter. Don't need the compressor. We're going to need another machine hole, some more tin cables, and then those 2 circuits that I have left. Oh, it's so nice having these initial machines up and running. So we can get a machine casing, maybe? Oh, right here. And then the machine hull. And then I am going to need some more tin cables. Do I have more tin? I thought I had a tin something lying around. I don't think so. But we can easily get a stack just by throwing half a stack in here. In the meantime, I'm going to clear up a bit of stuff that we have and we don't really need. Cool. And we can turn some of this. Oh, another thing that's great about the compressor is it can take sticky resin, and it processes it very quickly. So let's throw a stack of that, and yeah, so that will turn 1-to-1 rubber sheets instead, again, like using 2. And also after dealing with all the tools is pretty annoying. Cool, so we're gonna get some rubber from that. We're getting some more tin wires, and we should be able to just combine those right up. And I think we have everything for our alloy smelter. Man, we are just cruising through these. And I'm totally expecting this entire wall to fill up eventually. And I know I was saying earlier that these can only handle 4 machines, but it's important to note that that's 4 machines at once. So I think it's pretty rare that we'll be having 5 machines running simultaneously. And we're going to be moving on to higher electricity tiers eventually anyway. Cool. We're getting some initial machines up and running. Yeah. I'm going to figure out what the best thing for us to do is next, and I'll be right back. Oh man, okay, never mind. This was running a lot longer than I thought it was. I guess time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, this episode is almost 40 minutes or so, so I'm just going to wrap it up here, actually. Pretty proud of our work. We got some battery storage. We got a bunch of different machines up and running, and this line is definitely going to be expanded on in the up-and-coming episodes. But yeah, next episode, we're going to play with the alloy smelter and get some new materials that we can use. And yeah, we'll move on from there. It's pretty exciting. I am running low on a lot of materials now after doing all that crafting. Wow, I'm running really low on a lot. So I'm going to spend some time doing some more mining and then processing up a lot of those ores with my fancy new obsidian furnace. But yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for today. So thank you very much for watching.